Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today we are gonna take a look to Super Pathfinding System for Unity3D. Super Pathfinding System is an extremely lightweight tool that can calculate paths between two positions in almost any possible 3D scenario with just a few lines of code. It works using Physics Raycasts and colliders detection, and detected paths can have any resolution and length, making it great for large open worlds. However, you can set up the script to use as few resources as possible, making it good for low-end devices too. So, before we start setting up the script, let's take a look at the different debug settings. Test path destination is a transform used to get a position for making different tests. For example, with the inspector button, test path and grid to custom destination, we can calculate a path to the test destination and visualize any calculated node. With next button, test path to custom destination, we do the same thing, but useless calculated nodes got discarded at the end of the calculation. Next button, test path and grid to random destination, will do the same thing, but it will use random destinations. This is useful to make many different tests in a few clicks. Last button, test grid calculation, is very useful to see how the grid is calculated around the Pathfinder. For example, if a room isn't tall enough or a slope has too much angle, you will be able to see it from here, as the grid node will not be calculated there. Now, let's take a look to attribute customization. Node width. This is the width of a node, that is the minimum step distance that the pathfinding system can calculate. Unit radius is used to help the script calculate whenever a unit can fit inside a space. Unit height is the height of the pathfinder. Path will not be calculated in smaller spaces, as the script will assume that the unit cannot fit there. Unit climb angle is simply the maximum slope that a unit can climb. Unit step height is the maximum step height for the pathfinder. Path will avoid or go around obstacles higher than this value. Scan height is the height of the scan area. Paths will not be calculated above or below this value. On the Pathfinder you can see a line that shows this range on the 3D space. Scanned layer masks is useful to avoid certain layers during the scan. For example, you may want to calculate the path through doors or other units. Allow diagonals enable or disable diagonal movements. Path start position is used to calculate the path from a custom position instead of game object's position. This is very useful if you want to use one pathfinding system for multiple units. And now, let's take a look to performance options. Processing speed is useful to set the maximum number of calculations per frame. You can learn more about how this works on the scripting API. A lower processing speed will take more frames to calculate a path, but it will run smoother on low-end devices. Finally, high-quality obstacle check is an option to enable better obstacle check. This may affect a little bit the performance, but will raise overall path quality. For any questions, you can just send me an email and I will reply as soon as I can. Goodbye and see you next time.